You know what, Chris? I understand where you're coming from. When I saw that Obama had won the Peace Prize, I was kind of like, well, whatever. You know, the prize doesn't mean that much to me. It is just a prize. Now, on the other hand, we can admit that the reason it's such a prestigious prize is they've actually made some very interesting and good selections. And remember, it's a prize for what you did in the preceding year. Okay. Not a particular act, but just for your acts in preceding years. So, for example, in 1994, Yasser Arafat won, along with two Israeli prime minister, Yitzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres. And, Yasser Arafat, nobody's saying he's a man of peace, okay? They're saying in that year the guy made an accord, because you know what, these guys in the middle of conflict, these violent guys, they're the ones that are closest to have an opportunity for this sort of thing. You know, someone like the president, they have the opportunity because, there's a chance that what they do is going to be perceived by the Norwegian committee as helping peace in the world. Now, what has Obama done? Well, yeah, he's only talked. So I kind of thought, well, what has he accomplished? We're not out of Iraq. You know, we're probably going to go stronger in Afghanistan and so on and so forth. All he's done is gone around the world and tried to say that, listen, we have conflict. We're not going to pretend that we don't have or aren't going to fight the conflict, but we're going to work with the world. He's just done this kind of rhetoric. And you could say, oh, well, that doesn't matter. But you know what? When the President of the United States speaks that way and engages in the world, it can matter. And you know what makes a difference if it matters? If it's believed to be credible by the other side and they're buying that rhetoric and it's making them feel more diplomatic and they get the sense then, the Nobel Committee, that, you know what, the world is a more peaceful place because Obama's been doing this diplomatic speaking and it's credible and evidently they're buying it. And you know what, it's true. If people are buying it, then he has made the world a more peaceful place because they will be more likely to work together. So he does deserve the prize, I think, now, as certainly as much as anybody. The whole fact that the prize is somewhat, who wins the prize is only one notch above, who's Times Man of the Year, and people often may mistake that too, like Times trying to say who's the best person. No, they're just saying impact. They love to choose a negative thing. And, when they chose Yasser Arafat, they were taking a person that's created and been part of a lot of the conflict that's obsessed the world. He did something to go in the other direction. They think something they want to reward. That by giving that prize to, they're rewarding a kind of behavior. Is it effective or not? I don't know. It's just a prize. But as far as it being a prize, yeah, they should think of who they award it to. Does it have meaning? Well, to some people it does. To some people it doesn't. But the reason that you might give such a prize to Obama would be if you really think he's bringing the world together with this rhetoric. Evidently they do. And I think that's plenty legitimate. And you know what? Obama deserves the Peace Prize, if that's their judgment. And evidently it is. No doubt part of it is that by saying, look, we're approving of your rhetoric so much, we're going to take it as actual actions. We think you've changed the state of the world with your improved rhetoric as president. And they're setting a bar for him to live up to. Some presidents, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they'd give Bush a prize with the idea that he might then live up to it and that getting the prize might have an effect. But I think they probably figure with Obama, if we give him the prize based on his rhetoric, he'll know we want him to follow through. And I guess that there's at least rewards in the terms of reputation and attitude and Nobel Peace Prize kind of things that that it'll be appreciated. So yeah, why not? I think if anybody deserves that prize, it probably President Obama is as good a candidate as anybody else at this point.